Bitcoin's been dumping the past couple of days, and although I've been very vocal about the fact that I think the bottom is nearly in for Bitcoin, I just want to go over something that happened in the charts that may end up pushing us for one final leg to the downside. And if that sounds good to you guys, smash that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't. With that, let's get it. So over the past couple of days, Bitcoin's obviously been trading in this bit of a downtrend. This is just very micro. This is only the 15-minute chart. We're obviously going to have to break that downtrend if we want any hope in recovering. What I really don't like about this potential setup here is if I go to my 4-hour chart, just move this over for you guys here. I don't like that we broke this upward sloping yellow support line. The fact that it's been so precise with these touch points here being tested absolutely perfectly, even right to the bitter end. And now we're actually closing 4-hour candles below that, not just one and then getting right back up above it as if it was some sort of a fake out ready to blast off to the upside. But we even got this confirmation candle, even wicked right up to that line, absolutely pinpoint accurate. So I don't have a lot of hope right now for the bulls to just step in right now, basically. They're gonna have to step in quickly if maybe we find some support off this green box again, get back above this line, and then start carrying on to the upside. I think the fact that we dropped this line and it has such nice evenly spaced touch points and getting those clean touch points, clean rejections, clean close below, that just does not look great to me. The bulls are going to have to push the price back above some resistance here very quickly, in my opinion, if they want to get some momentum going on their side. There is the possibility that we end up trading down into this green box and get some sort of a double bottom in this area here. Will it hold? I don't know. I think it would be more likely if we get towards these levels that we even drop down a little bit to get some sort of a fake out if we don't absolutely capitulate from there. You guys know my thoughts that if this box doesn't hold, I think there's a fairly decent chance that we end up dropping all the way to $10,000 for what I mentioned in my previous video. If you haven't watched it, I suggest you do so. I talk about some Fibonacci lines and some structure and stuff like that. One reason why this move shouldn't take us by too much surprise is I was mentioning to you guys on my logarithmic chart, this big 11-year trend line here. I said that after our weekly close here, I was expecting the price to basically immediately come back down and start testing into this green box. And it did very much so happen very quickly. I wouldn't be too surprised to see the bulls step in fairly soon off this green box and end up blasting off, just because, like I said, we're not really, in my opinion, the bears just aren't really pulling the trigger here. I think last week they had a great opportunity to send this price much lower, just hammering through this box. But the fact that we actually were able to hold on there, I'm not all too surprised to see us test down lower like this. I mean, really, a lot of people are getting very bearish. I mentioned this in my last video that for the first day or two after the weekly close, we were going to end up testing back down into this weekly candle. That's not uncommon, guys. You look at any time frame of candle and you're going to see them testing into the previous candle. There's nothing out of the ordinary there. Just the fact is that on a weekly candle like this, it's obviously a much bigger move, so people feel the volatility a lot more. But it would make absolute perfect sense if we kind of tested down to the candle body of this green candle here for last week's close and then kind of start gaining a little momentum from there. Does it have to happen? Absolutely not. Like I showed you guys, I showed you a potential bearish situation there that we have broke down below a support line that in my opinion was quite important on the 4-hour there. So we're gonna have to see if this level holds. You guys know that I've been talking about this in all my videos, this support line and this box. So we're gonna have to see here if it does carry as much weight as I think it potentially could. Right now, as far as the macro trend, I'm not too concerned, just because, like I said, I was expecting this. I talked about it in my last video, so this really didn't catch me by surprise. It just does look a little worse when you start zooming into like the 4-hour chart and stuff like that, so I'm not ready to get super bullish either. We're going to have to see what happens, guys. Like I said, if this level drops, I think there's a good chance we drop all the way to 10K. There is other support levels, obviously. I mean, there's a whole bunch of levels where we could end up finding support, but I don't know. That's just, like I said, that was the next Fibonacci line. There's just a lot of people eyeing up that level. It would also complete our 85% bear market reset there. So there's a lot going for that as well. So like I said, we're just going to have to see how this plays out. We're going to have to see if this 4-hour chart can kind of reverse itself fairly quickly here, because if we just start respecting this old support line as resistance, things could get fairly bearish for the next few days, even weeks at this point. So we're going to have to see how that goes. Anyways, dudes and dudettes, obviously none of this has been financial advice. Always do your own research, form your own opinions. If you appreciated my take on what's going on in the markets, please do me a favor and smash that thumbs up. And like I said, subscribe if you haven't. If you want more of these market updates, obviously subscribe to the channel. So with that, I'm out. Stay safe, my friends. Peace.